like a day of mindless repetition, you know?
So exciting. Okay.
Just an action-packed day here at the Samurai Workshop. You know what's so exciting? Is after I finish this board, I get to do all the rest of these boards. It's like I won the lottery or something. All right, guys, I know as much as you just expect timber glamour glory shots up at the property, there's actually a lot of work behind the scenes that goes to making each video possible, and it's not all eye candy like the last couple videos. So I have picked up a whole ton of pine 1x6 shiplap edge boards for the walls of the cabin. So we're gonna be giving this a little sand, adding a little MicroBevel, whitewashing it just to kind of kill a bit of the yellow. I'm not a big fan of pine. So if you take a look here, you can see how it fits together. It's just got this shiplap edge, right? And they just overlap each other, right? But that butt joint is just not tickling my samurai senses. So I am putting what's called a little MicroBevel VJoint in there, just so that when the boards come together, they look much better than this. So the way I'm doing that is I just have my small little router set up here with just a really fine bevel bit on it, just barely showing about a 1/16 of an inch. And so I'm doing one edge with that, but because the shiplap is here, I can't get the router bit in on that back edge, so I'm doing that with a block plane. So I have to go back 4 times to get the right size bevel. Now, when you put the boards together, you have a nice little V-joint in there. So it just highlights the joint a little bit better. And if there is any boards that don't lap each other perfectly flush, that little V-joint kind of hides any little inconsistencies. So then I just give them a sand, roll on the whitewash, and then set them up against the wall to dry. I only got about, 100 boards left to do. Just
Light work.
light work. Just 20 minutes, pound those out. It's the samurai way. I also picked up some wide plank larch. Never used larch before, but my supplier had that and it seemed to fit the bill for what we're gonna do for the ceiling, so I'll show you that. So this is just a tight knot, wide plank, tongue and groove larch flooring. It's meant for flooring, but we're gonna be using it for the ceiling. It'll go on top of all the rafters. So hopefully it'll go on pretty quick and easy because it's like a 8-inch wide board. And it's got a nickel gap tongue and groove. So let me show you how it goes together here. I just put 2 boards here and you can see that the tongue and groove has a little stop in it. So it's got a small little micro bevel, but it also leaves what's called a nickel gap or shadow line. Everybody's got a different term for it. So when you look up at the ceiling, you'll kind of have a nice little black shadow line in between each board. I've never actually used a V-joint like this before, so I'm actually kind of interested to see what it's going to look like on the roof. But I think just from seeing it as it is now, it's going to look pretty darn sexy once it's all up there. And the larch will contrast really nicely with the yellow cedar rafters. And it actually looks really similar to fir, just not quite as pinky. So it's just got more of a brown tone, but the grain is almost identical to fir.
And that's going to be unfinished?
Yeah, we'll be leaving this unfinished just because samurai's only got so much time in a day, And seeing as it's going on the ceiling, most it won't be getting touched or walked on or anything like that. So the soffits and stuff that are outside will gray, but everything on the inside will just probably darken over time and just stay its nice natural color. And we're leaving the frame and everything natural as well. And I don't even care if fingerprints and smudges and stuff get on it. It all just adds to the patina of life. What is life without some good patina, you know? Everything's all clean and sterile, stainless steel. That ain't life. There's no fun in that. You know, I like life with patina. And I know some of you in the last video were saying that you've never seen a chisel so sharp, but actually I haven't sharpened my chisels in ages, and they're very dull. And so I need to spend some time tuning up my edges here, because once we get to finishing the inside of the cabin, that's when you really need a sharp edge, you know, because that's what everybody will see on the finished product when it's all done. So let's do a little sharpening, shall we?
So why aren't you doing this on a grinder?
Well, a grinder has its place for sure. If I chip a blade or damage it badly, I might use a grinder to remove the damaged material, but this also really helps calm me down. It's like brings me back to baseline, I guess, similar to like meditation. It's like a form of meditation for me, and I don't know, there's just more to life than increasing its speed. As I saw some meme say one time, I was like, it's very true. Why are we in such a hurry to get everything done and die? The process is actually where enjoyment is found in life, I find. So this is how I learned to sharpen originally, and you definitely get the best results using water stones, that's for sure. A little rust. $5,000 grit's a little sticky. Creates a beautiful shine. Now we move to the 12,000 for our final polish. Classic American shave test. No shaving cream needed. You like having my arm hair on you?
That's kind of gross.
We're family. Also have some more exciting news for you. We have added a new member to the Samurai team. This is Zoe, our beautiful little girl. She's about 8 months old, and we got her from a family nearby who could not look after her anymore. They already had too many dogs, and so she needed a new home, and so we have brought her home to our place, and so far we love her. She's a good girl, isn't she, Zoe? If you think you can guess what breed she is, she's a mix. Put a comment in the comment section down below, and whoever gets the mix right, we'll send them a free t-shirt. How's that sound? Zoe girl. Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? She's like, stop touching me.
No, she rolled over to have her belly rub. Good girl, Zoe. Good girl.